You chose the vlogging commentary ear. If you're gonna listen to both, you should listen to the other one first. So go ahead and swap if you want to do that. If not, good to have you here. It's actually like, I'd say 2.5, 3 hours after I recorded the other ear, just because I had to go and do some things, do some more studying, and get some other stuff done. I've got an exam tomorrow at noon, and then I've got another one tomorrow that goes from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Oh, it's just awful, man. I don't even know why. It's like, the exam schedule here is so... Oh, excuse me, just destroyed the mic just then. The exam schedules here are so strange because the way that they do it, you can end up having 3 exams on one day and just spend your whole day testing. It's just like, oh god, that'd be awful. I never actually had that happen to me, thank goodness, but I mean, it's possible, and each exam is like 3 hours long, so who knows, man, who knows. But yeah, so today is, let's see, I don't actually know, I know it's Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday, December 8th, 2010. Same video that this day will be posted on. You guys will probably be seeing this video, well, it'll be posted sometime around 6:30, so you'll probably be seeing it then. It's only about 6 o'clock now. And I've got, like I said, an exam tomorrow at noon. It's my computer science exam, so I gotta study up some PowerPoint presentations about processes and batch scheduling, etc., etc. I mean, it's not, none of it's all that bad. It's just sort of, it's some work, but then again, it's college. So I'm actually finishing up. Once I take these 2 exams, I'll be done for the semester. Wow, another plane! What are the odds? A plane flew overhead when I was recording the other ear, and now I just had another one fly by. I can hear it because I've got the window to the dorm room open. I'm just looking outside. But yeah, things are going pretty good here. We thought Kitty Cat had a stomach virus earlier today because she was throwing up, but she only did it once, and we're thinking that it was just something that she ate because she doesn't have a fever or anything, so hopefully she'll get better. I don't know if y'all have heard about that yet. I know some of y'all actually know her, so I don't know. Man, it's so weird. I don't know what to talk about if there's not a game in front of me. I'm not used to the vlogging thing. And NCS does such a good job with it when he, like, ever since he created his vlog channel, you know, all his vlogging has been pushed over onto that channel, but his best vlogging still occurs on NCS. Like the other day when he came out with that video, it was called, I think, So Happy My Ass, or something real close to that, when he was playing Super Mario Galaxy. Excuse me. And he was talking about all the shit that's been going down at his workplace, because he's a donut fryer and all that, and I don't actually have a job yet, because I've never really had to. I'm at university on a pretty substantial scholarship, so I don't need a job to stay afloat financially, because basically everything that I need is paid for, and I live in the dorms and all that, so thinking next year I'll have a car, and then I'll be able to get a part-time job, but we'll have to just see how it goes. It's hard to plan things in advance. I kind of wonder how old you guys are. I know, like occasionally, if I notice a viewer or one of you guys is leaving a bunch of comments, and y'all seem to be digging the videos, I'll check out your channel, see what's going on, see what your most recent upload is, and all that. And one of the things I usually notice is the age listed, but a lot of the time they're just completely wrong. Like, I don't know if you guys just like intended to lie about your age when you created the account, or if you just thought it would be funny to be 98. I don't know. Because I think my account, I don't list my age on my channel, but it says I'm 76 or 77 now, maybe. I'm not sure if it changed, if I actually gave it the right birthday or not, because it probably thinks I'm 77 now if I did. But yeah, so I kind of wonder how old you guys actually are. And another thing on my Insight page, YouTube continues to insist, as it has throughout my entire LPing career over the past 1.5 years, it continues to insist that there are more female viewers of my videos than there are male viewers. And I don't know if I believe it or not, because all the comments seem to be from, like, almost all of them, I can think, are from male viewers. Cause, at least the channels that I've followed through and went to, I can think of one of my subscribers, her username has Claudia in it. I forget the numbers that come after it, but she was a big fan of my Shadow of the Colossus LP. I remember having some conversations with her in the comments, and then there's a couple other people I can think of offhand that I know happen to be girls, but quite a number of you are guys, and YouTube continues to insist that there are more girls watching my videos than there are guys. Well, I guess you guys just don't comment as much if that's true. I don't know. And my natural, inclination was seeing that, it's on YouTube, you're wasting time on the computer. It seems like a kind of a thing that a guy would do more than a girl. I don't know. Is it sexist that I think a girl would rather go be like reading a book or something? I feel like that's kind of a good stereotype. I don't know. Apparently stereotyping is bad, even if it's a positive idea. Because you can put... Yeah, I sat in with Kit Kat in one of her classes the other day. It was her psychology class, and her professor was talking about stereotypes and how they can be negative even if it's a good thing that you're stereotyping about. Like, she gave the example of the stereotype that Asian American students are particularly good students, and they get good grades. And because then if you're an Asian American and you don't happen to be that smart, and you struggle in school, now everybody's going to look down on you even more than they would look down on somebody of another race, because they expect you to be smart just because you're Asian. And that's not really fair, But then again, I think most of the pressure is person to person, and that those stereotypes don't really put that much pressure on a person, although their parents may very well do it. I can think, for example, I was a valedictorian of my high school. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that to you guys, but by the time junior year came around, everybody knew that I was one of the smartest folks at the school, and they expected me to do well, basically all the time. And if there was ever a test or something that came back and I didn't do well on, and I was reluctant to discuss my grade with my peers, they were always first to jump on and say, "Oh, Trevor didn't do so well on that one, lo, how the mighty have fallen." Tremble at my feet in despair. All that stuff, Ozymandias. All that good stuff there. That's a pretty good poem. I remember reading that one in 12th grade. But, yeah, so I feel like the stereotypes don't put as much pressure on people as the actual, their past experience. If someone does really well, and they play really well, like if they were a professional football player, and he was known for being an awesome quarterback, he could throw the bullet pass and thread the needle and do all kinds of amazing things and scramble and run for the first down when he needed to. He'd have a great reputation build up, and all of a sudden he starts throwing interceptions all the time. They're gonna come down on him a lot harder than they're gonna come down on a quarterback who sucked from the very beginning and threw interceptions all season because they're gonna be used to seeing it from him. But yeah, so it's more past experience, I think, than any other stereotype. Unfortunately, the negative stereotypes seem to be a lot more powerful in that regard. You guys find this commentary interesting at all? How many of you are still listening? I wonder how many of you guys have just been like, yeah, I'm going to listen to the gaming ear. I'm switching over. I'm kind of worried that this isn't going to work very well, because I'm a little bit concerned that you're going to be able to hear both ears, even if you just use one headphone. I've been screwing around with it in Sony Vegas, and I think I can get it so it sounds like maybe like 85% of it is coming from one ear, but there's still that 10, 20, 15% coming from the other ear. And so hopefully I can mess with the volume and get things to work properly so that you guys can hear just the ear that you want to hear. Or if you're just like crazy and your mind is able to process things at like the speed of light, you can just listen to both ears at once and get the full experience. I apologize to you guys if you don't have a pair of headphones, because this video will be virtually unwatchable without them, because if you're just using this for your speakers, you're going to hear both at once, and it's just going to sound like a great big pile of crap. I'm not even watching the video right now, like I'm not playing it back or anything like that, so I don't know how far we've actually gotten. I know I need to record for 14 minutes and 11 seconds, but I don't know where we are in the video or what's going on right now. We've probably beaten the boss at this point. That wasn't a very bad fight. Well, don't talk about the game now. You're supposed to be talking about other stuff. You're supposed to be vlogging. But yeah, like I was talking about NCS's video, like his workplace and all that. He's talking about the shit that's going down there and how they're not giving him enough days off, which I think is kind of interesting, because I remember just 3 or 4 months ago he was complaining because they didn't give him enough hours to work. And so it seems like they totally switched up on him. They went from not giving him enough hours to giving him way too many. I don't know if he's being picky or if his employers are just not really that great to him. I remember correctly, listening to his Chrono Trigger LP, him talking about how he'd show up for work and not be able to get in because the door was locked, and then he'd get clocked in as being late when they finally unlocked the door, and then he ended up getting like a suspension or something like that. And so I don't have a whole lot of faith in his employers to be really fair to him, but when he started talking about trying to get a better job and all that, like I hope he can. Like I have no idea what his education is. I'm fairly sure he graduated from high school, but I don't think he went to college. But I mean, I can't be sure. I'm pretty sure he didn't, just because he's working as a donut fryer. If you had a degree and you were doing that, you wouldn't be content with it. But I don't think he's content with it anyway, so I hope he can find a better source of income, because I can't imagine that the way that he lives with his, practically being nocturnal can be really convenient. Like Kit Kat's roommate has basically become nocturnal this week, and I don't know what the big idea is, because it just seems like it'd be more inconvenient. She sleeps all through the day. The whole time while the dining halls are open, she's asleep, and then by the time she wakes up, all but one of them have closed. And then she's up all night, and she just wanders around. She does her studying in, places that are open all night. She goes to the learning center, sits in there all night. And it's like, why would you do that? Your exams are going to be during the day. Because what's going to happen is you're going to stay up all night before your exams, because you're not going to be tired because you just slept the day before. And then you're going to be wanting to sleep through your exams because it's going to feel like it's the middle of the night, because your biological clock is going to be all effed up. So I don't get it. I don't understand. But I mean, everybody's got their own way of getting things done. I'm kind of curious now. Like, I want to poll you guys, but I don't know what to ask you. There's a lot of things that I'd be interested to know about my viewers. But yeah, I've gone around and looked at some other YouTube channels, and I've noticed some things. And one thing I've noticed is that I've gained subscribers at a rate substantially slower than other LPers have. Now I remember NCS mentioned that it took him 500 years now. It took him a year to get his first 500 subscribers, and I was about in that range. It was a little bit slower than a year for me. But I've looked at other LPers who've been out there for 8-10 months and have had like 120 uploads, and they've got 4,000 subscribers or something like that. And I have to wonder how they do it. I don't know. I'm not willing to like pay to get my video featured on the front page, or like, put it in the top of the search results, or I don't know how any of that stuff works, or how any of that really goes. And that's why I've always put Angryponcho at the beginning of every single one of my videos since the very beginning when I started. Is I wanted people to be able to search the word Angryponcho and find every single video I'd ever done, because it's the only way to filter yourself at the top of the search results is to have a word in there that nobody else has. But the fact is that nobody who's just searching for an LP is going to just put the word Angryponcho in there just out of the thin air. So I'm not really sure. I'm thinking of asking you guys to do a little project for me to try and help me get some more viewers on here. Because don't get me wrong, I love you guys, and I've got some great fans out there and some great subscribers who are very involved, leave comments, send me personal messages with good suggestions and that sort of thing, and I hope that continues. But we're approaching 800 subscribers now. I think we're at 787, something like that, last I looked. So there'll be another Minecraft special on the way before too long, but it doesn't seem that long ago since I had 700. I feel like it was maybe 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to tell sometimes. Well, Earthbound's on at least part 10, so it's been at least 10 days. Probably longer than that, significantly. Maybe 3 weeks. But, yeah. So I'm thinking of asking you guys to do a little project for me when I have to go on a break here in a few days to take my exams and to get home. Yeah, I'm leaving on Saturday. So today's Wednesday. I got an exam tomorrow at noon, an exam the day after that on Friday at 7 p.m. And then Saturday I'm going home, and that's my Christmas vacation begins. I got like 28 days off or something like that. It's crazy. And we're going down to Florida to visit my grandparents, and we're going to be, hopefully, we're going to be purchasing my grandfather's 2006 Prius. It's a hybrid car, and I am really excited because my first car might be a hybrid car. We're not totally sure yet, because I might just take my dad's car, and he's going to get the new Prius, but we're not sure yet. And I just like the idea of my first car being a hybrid. I don't know. Alright, so we're coming up on the time limit here, so if you guys were really interested in my life, listen to the vlogging ear. I thank you, and I appreciate your interest. I hope I didn't bore you to death for 14 minutes. But we're pushing the time limit, so I will let you guys go. I'll see you guys later. We're going to go back to both of you guys hearing, the same ear, so see you later. Well, in the next video, we are going to go back outside and continue our adventure and start our next video by seeing the Runway 5 perform. So I hope you guys enjoyed the double commentary. If you only listen to one side, go back and hear the other right now, because it was just as good as the one you listened to. So I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play Earthbound. Bye! I always get in a hurry and then I forget that I have like 30 seconds at the beginning of the video before I start talking. Ugh.